When mainland China hosted its first ever international car race, thousands of people came out to get a glimpse. The 3,400-kilometer 1985 Hong Kong to Beijing rally was the first chance many Chinese had to see cars racing.
They realized, wow, cars can be driven like that in a rally competition because they do drifts and they're on the dirt roads.
When the race ended in Tiananmen Square, owning a car was still just a dream for many Chinese. But a lot has changed since then. Today, China is an automotive powerhouse. It's the largest manufacturer of motor vehicles in the world, and there are more than 300 million cars on the mainland. And as more cars appeared on the road, motorsports started to take off.
It was the boom of automotive industry that started the national championships in China, which is definitely assisting the popularity.
Chen Jin loves cars. He's worked as a motorsports journalist for Chinese media all around the world, covering everything from F1 Grand Prix to IndyCar.
While I was growing up, it was gaining momentum, it was gaining popularity.
Rally competitions started springing up throughout the 90s. Around this time, karting became an accessible hobby and a form of competitive racing.
Everyone wonders what surprises Shanghai has in store for the F1 fraternity.
It wasn't long until China hosted its first ever F1 event, the fastest, most prestigious form of racing in the world. Considered to be the pinnacle of motorsports. These days, more and more people are watching. Broadcast rights have increased in value, and there's been a strong growth on Chinese social media.
But there are definitely areas where people probably have never even heard of what Formula 1 is.
Okay, so motor racing still has a way to go to become one of China's more popular sports.
We do not have a system where we develop and train drivers. Motorsport is still quite a small sport in China. People aren't aware as much as, soccer, basketball. It's not an Olympic sport. So people in China are more interested in the Olympic sports.
But what about motorcycles? Motorcycles are cool, aren't they? In the rest of Asia, MotoGP, the world's most elite motorcycle racing competition, is hugely popular because motorbikes are such a common form of transport. But not so in China. In fact, many Chinese cities have banned them altogether to prevent accidents and stop noise.
Oi! Shut up!
So MotoGP might not become mainstream, but what are the chances of F1 car racing making it big? The biggest barrier in China is the fact that no Chinese driver has ever won an F1 race.
We just need that break.
But that break could be closer to reality now more than ever before.
Alfa Romeo have signed Guan Yu Zhou for 2022, making him China's first full-time F1 driver.
Thank you so much everyone for this experience. I absolutely loved it.
This year, Zhou Guanyu became China's first ever F1 driver. But Cheng thinks he may be a while off actually winning a race.
He joined a team that's not capable of winning, and the car isn't really good. He's not challenging for podiums or wins.
Zhou Guanyu's ascension to F1 is still helping pave the way for the next generation of young Chinese drivers competing in other categories. Ye Yifei is an upcoming star. The 22-year-old, now based in Switzerland, has won major competitions across Asia and Europe.
You made it, my friend!
Including a team win at the 2021 Le Mans European Series. He recently signed with Porsche and has dreams of going all the way.
I think ultimate goal of every young driver is Formula 1.
But Yifei says there are some unique challenges Chinese drivers need to overcome. Firstly, all of the major competitions are in Europe, meaning Chinese drivers need to move overseas early to give themselves a chance. Yifei left China at just 14.
Not seeing any people that you know and being in the foreign environment, not knowing really the language, and I kind of got used to being alone. So yeah, definitely was a tough start. And another key factor which people often underestimate is how much the cultural difference can have an effect on how you work with engineers, with the team, with your teammates.
But Yifei says Chinese drivers do have some advantages.
Chinese mindset is to work hard and work a lot. I think that's great because many people, they appreciate that.
Yeah, I guess I was never cut out to be a pro anyway.